water. There was a bloodstream that followed it, and then the other orcas moved in. They obviously shared it, but that was the moment that we realized that they're here for the purpose of hunting the dolphins.
This spectacular hunt is like no other. If false base orcas are like other killer whales, they're a close-knit team. Intelligent, fast, and ferocious. Their dolphin prey can gather in groups over 10,000 strong. Bring these predators and prey together, and it becomes a mega hunt.
The more experience I get over the years, the more convinced I am that this is a new phenomenon. The orcas have decided that dolphins are now going to be on their menu. What we're seeing is something quite special, and definitely something which I believe is very new.
Now, Dave wants to be at the center of the action when the killer whales return for this season's hunt. He wants to learn why they're hunting here in False Bay and how they do it.
How can a small pod of 5 to 10 killer whales hunt a mega pod of thousands of common dolphins?
To find answers, Dave will have to be at the right place at the right time. The event is extremely rare, only 2 or 3 times a season. And he only has a short window between April and June when the killer whales visit the bay. By late June, they disappear. Fortunately, the killer whales often hunt close to Simonstown, the busy naval town where Dave lives and works.
This is my morning ritual. I'm up before sunrise. I'm looking out for dolphins moving across the way, how big the pod is, especially their behavior, whether there's anything following them. Every time I see a splash, I get excited. If there are orcas in the bay, that's where I'm going to be. And if it happens to fall on the day of my daughter's wedding, I'm going to be out in the ocean with them. My brother's going to have to walk her down the aisle, but the beauty of my family is that they'll all understand.
It's early April, prime orca season, and the expedition to find them is ready to set sail. Dave is calling in some expert help. Cameramen to help film the action above and below the water. A sound man to record underwater sounds. There is even a drone team to capture the action from the air.
Morning, Lance. Hi.
And from the Vancouver Aquarium in Canada, scientist Lance Barrett Leonard, a world authority on killer whale hunting behavior.
Welcome. Glad to meet you. Oh, thank you. Pleasure. Mind your head as you hop across. Stand on the seat. That's good.
Lance is used to getting close to killer whales.
First time I ever saw killer whales, I was rowing out from shore in a tiny little boat. It was a foggy day, and all of a sudden I heard the blowing of killer whales in the distance, and quickly saw some killer whales swam straight towards me. I'd already heard that killer whales weren't likely to be dangerous to humans, but I still felt very, very small, and they seemed very, very big. And they passed on both sides of me. One of them passed right underneath me, and I could look down through the clear water and see her look up at me as she went by, just skimming under the boat. I was concerned that she'd hit it with her dorsal fin or her tail, but she didn't. She curled her body around and missed me. She continued to swim off into the distance, and as she did, as the group did, I could hear their blows long after they disappeared into the distance and into fog. It was an absolutely magical moment, and from that point on, I was hooked.
It changed your life.
It changed my life. I had no expectation of ever being a sort of a whale biologist. The whales came and got me. It wasn't the other way around.